AccuQuilters. We are AccuQuilt's aces. I'm Erica Bodker, AccuQuilt creative expert.
And I'm Pam Heller, AccuQuilt cutting expert. And we're here today to show you all the great details about our Go Rising Star die and how to make our Go Starshine wall hanging.
That's right. The rising star is a classic variation on a sawtooth or an evening star, basically nesting one star inside of another.
That's right. The Go Rising Star is a bob or block on board die, which means all the pieces you need to make this 10-inch finished block are in one die board. That means you can cut out all the shapes you need quickly and accurately so you can spend more time sewing and creating. Let's take a look at the die, Erica.
Perfect. Okay, so here's the die, and the first thing that you'll notice is it's on a 6x24 die board. That means it's going to fit in any Go cutter, even a Go Me.
That's right. Now the pieces have been screen printed to help you keep track of your pieces. Plus, look at this, they all have specialized dog ears. So when they put together, here's that perfect 1/4 inch seam.
Now this block finishes at 10 inches, so it works perfectly alongside the 10-inch cube, companions, and other 10-inch finished bob dies. Pam, let's get started.
You bet. Quilters, you'll find the detailed directions on this die on the packaging, as well as a free downloadable pattern. We also have free downloadable block assembly directions, which includes a coloring page. All of these things are available on the AccuQuilt website.
That's right. Okay, so we're going to be making a 3-color block for you today. So let's lay out our fabric and get started.
You bet. All right, so here is our 3-color block.
Yep.
Look how beautiful that is. I love this block.
I do too.
I think it's going to be one of my favorites.
I do too.
All right, so we're going to start here with shape A. So this is that center square.
Right, so we'll need 1 out of that color.
Right.
And then we're going to need 4 layers over A and B of our outer color.
Right.
And this die is arranged so nicely. Your colors are all going to be right together. You're going to see that.
Yes. All right, and then we're going to take this darker purple and lay it over C, D, and F.
Right.
And now quilters, when you do the pattern, it's going to tell you how to subcut your fabric, and we find that that's really the best way to go. All right, and then over here we fan folded, which means the fabric goes back and forth on the die.
Yep.
Right?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
So we're going to use a 6x24 mat because that is going to make sure we get our best cut.
Right, and I'm going to use a Go Big today, but again, you could use any of our cutters.
Absolutely.
Including a Go Me.
Absolutely.
Now, Erica, we have this pro tip that we tell everybody.
We do.
Before you start.
Make a test block.
Yes. That way you're going to know how the pieces fit together.
Yep.
And know how to press your fabric.
Absolutely. So basically, one of the nice things about this block is it's going to go, the inner star is going to go together just like the outer star.
Right.
Just with the inner star taking the place of that center block.
You bet. So I'm going to slide my mat off, don't lift, so we don't get any of that static.
Okay.
And this is a great block for chain piecing too, Erica.
It really is, because basically you've got 4 small flying geese.
Right.
And then you're going to make 4 large flying geese.
Excellent.
And once you have that down, you're making this whole block in just no time at all.
Perfect. All right, so we're going to pull back our fabric. All right.
All right.
And shall we just keep the pieces here on the die board?
We sure can. So I want to show you how to make both of those flying geese, the small one and the large one.
Perfect.
So for this large one, we're going to be using this 1/4 square triangle, and then we're going to have the 1/2 square triangles on either side.
Now, some of you might think, oh, wait a minute, this doesn't fit together. But look, we've cut off those dog ears. So once you've sewn this together, look how perfect that lines up together. So when you sew it, those sides are going to come together perfectly. And typically, flying geese are twice as long as they are high, all right?
That's right.
So that 1/4 square, we call that the body. The outer 1/2 square triangles are the wings.
So I'm going to go ahead and sew together 1 of each for you so you can see how those go together, and then we'll talk about putting our block together.
Perfect. All right, and again, a great block to chain piece.
And we've got those dog ears lined up perfectly.
All right, Miss Erica, would you like me to press that for you?
I would love to have you press those for me. Then I'm going to sew the other wing on the other side.
Yep. So we're going to press towards that outer wing. There you go. Okay.
Okay, so let's start with laying out our center block.
Perfect. And I'll move these pieces out of the way.
And we've got this bottom row sewed together already. So again, we need our flying geese
Right.
and around. And then this is our center square.
Right. And here's our last two little
Okay.
squares. So you want to sew this
Yes,
block together?
so I'm going to sew this block together. Okay, so here is our center square.
Perfect.
I'm going to go ahead and sew these 3 rows together.
Perfect.
While I do that, you can lay out the rest.
Excellent. Look at how fast and easy that's going together.
Okay, so here's our center star.
Look at how
Now,
fun this is.
This next, the rest of it's going to go together just like the other did.
Right.
I'm going to sew these on down here while you give this a press.
Okay.
And we can put this whole thing together.
Look at how fast and easy that is.
Great.
Perfect. I'll press those and then you can sew
So
that row
these
together.
will go on either side. Now here's a little pro tip for you. Pam and I like to sew with the flying goose on top. That way when you sew this seam, you can make sure that you leave your point intact and you get that perfect point when you press it open.
It's a great tip. All right, I'm going to press this real quick.
All right, let's take a look. That's perfect. Okay, this is going to go right here. I'm going to flip it over.
Now this is totally a great chain piecing block, right, Erica? Because then
Absolutely.
you could just do all the big flying
All
geese.
the big flying geese all at the same time.
Yes. Terrific.
There you go.
And then ta-da, our block is done. Now I give this a really good press with my
Yes.
big iron to do that. Now quilters, once your block is done, let's look here at the quilt. This is this cute wall hanging. So to finish it, you would use a 1.5 inch strip die to create the sashing and the cornerstones, and a 3.5 inch strip die for the outer border. And again, I love it because it's super scrappy and it's just
is.
beautiful.
Then give your finished top, once the whole thing's put together, a really good press. Go ahead, layer it with your batting and your backing, pin or baste, and quilt as desired.
Finish it off with your binding and you're done. Quilters, we hope you enjoy using the Go Rising Star die and making our Go Starshine wall hanging. We can't wait to see your finished projects because at AccuQuilt we want to help you cut time.
So you can quilt more.